Today I went out to OLC with Miss Caldwell's class, and the OLC is the Outdoor Learning Center. And that's over by the playground, and you may have seen it. You may have actually gone into it before if you've been up at the school. And it's a place where the teachers have special gardens for their classes, and we have live chickens. There's a bunch of animals and bugs that live out there, and there are a bunch of flowers and plants and really, really cool stuff. And you get to go out there and learn about nature. And so I went out there with their class, and I videoed Miss Bernowski teaching her lesson. So that's what this video is.
A monarch butterfly settles on the leaf of a milkweed plant.
We saw that.
She gently presses a tiny egg onto one of its leaves. The egg is the beginning of another monarch butterfly. Yeah, they're laying eggs. Okay, it's summertime in the north. A breeze stirs the stem of a milkweed plant, and the monarch egg is white and shiny. It's the size of a small duck and sticks to the leaf. It's so tiny you can't even see it in this picture.
And I didn't see. Yeah.
It's so tiny. When the butterfly lays the eggs, she makes it sticky. That way when it rains or the wind blows, it doesn't come loose. In a few days, the egg hatches and out crawls a little caterpillar. Y'all, this caterpillar is so tiny, it's the size of one of your eyelashes. One of your eyelashes. It eats its egg first, and then it starts chewing the milkweed leaves, and it grows and grows.
Oh, I thought he was about to say that the butterfly.
The caterpillar eats and grows and begins to change. It breaks out of its old skin, and underneath is a new one. This is called molting. Can everyone say molting?
Molting.
Molting. Lots of animals molt. For 2 weeks, the caterpillar eats, and it molts about 5 times. When it's full grown, the monarch caterpillar is 2 inches long. Everyone hold up your pinky. That's about 2 inches long. So that caterpillar went from the size of your eyelash to a pinky. That's a lot of growth. Now something wonderful begins to happen. The caterpillar creeps to the stem of a leaf. It attaches itself to the stem and drops down upside down. The caterpillar's bright colors start to turn greenish. Hold your thought, I'll get to you as soon as I'm done reading, okay? Don't forget. Then the skin splits open, and for the last time, it falls off. A new strange form appears called a chrysalis. Raise your hand if you've heard of a chrysalis. Very good.
I know because I have pet butterflies.
Oh, good. Well, the chrysalis is like a blanket that wraps around the caterpillar's body.
That turns up, that pops out.
Yeah. At first, the chrysalis is long and soft. Then it shrinks and hardens, and it becomes light green with golden dots. Inside, the monarch butterfly begins to grow. Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
On this side, it's clear, and it looks like it's about ready to come out. The chrysalis wiggles. Then it splits open, and the butterfly begins to pull itself out. The head and the legs come out first, and then the rest of it slides out. The wings are tiny and stuck together, and the butterfly's abdomen, which is a fancy word for its belly, is really big. Yeah, but what happens then, the abdomen becomes smaller because it pushes all the liquid, like water is liquid, pushes all that liquid out of the belly and into the wings. So the wings get bigger and the belly gets smaller. It's kind of a cool thing to see happen. Very neat. The butterfly sits quietly for a few hours, waiting for its wings to dry. At last, they begin to move slowly, and then faster and faster, and the butterfly soars up in the sky. It's flying for the first time.
Oh,
Okay, this is really cool. This picture of a butterfly has all the body parts on it. We're not going to talk about them right now because we're going to wait until we actually catch a monarch butterfly, and we're going to look at the parts on the butterfly, okay? But I have a fun fact for you until then. The butterfly's mouth is this big, long, curly thing that unfolds like a straw when they want to drink nectar out of a flower.
It's like a form.
Yeah, guess what? Yeah, it is like a straw. They don't taste with that though. Do you know what butterflies taste their food with?
Antenna.
Their feet. Isn't that funny? That's so crazy. All right, the monarch butterfly only flies during the day, and at night it stays dry under the leaves. When it starts to get cold, the butterfly has to fly south, otherwise it'll die. So once again, it darts up in the sky. The butterfly will take a long trip to warmer weather. You remember what that big word is called?
Migrate.
Good job, migrate. Man, you guys are so smart. The monarch will fly to where his ancestors or great-great-grandparents, great-grandparents, parents, all that, they have always gone, sometimes even to the same tree. Can you believe that? That's amazing. Other monarchs keep appearing and making a cloud of orange in the sky, and at night they sleep. Now this is a neat little fact too. Sometimes they fly up to 12 miles an hour. That's like if you were riding a bicycle really fast. They can fly up to 100 miles a day, and their whole journey can be up to 4,000 miles. That's a lot for a little bitty bug. 4,000. Now, do y'all see this map? This is a map of the United States and Mexico. They fly all the way from up there, all the way down to Mexico. That's a long flight. That's a long flight. I know. Some towns and cities are so proud to have the butterflies visit them, they have festivals just to celebrate their arrival. Children dress up for parades and costumes, and sometimes there's a band and special food. I wish we had something like that here. Maybe we need to start our own festival in the Outdoor Learning Center.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. Monarchs can cluster together, thousands of them in one tree once they get to Mexico. It looks like a butterfly tree. And then after winter in the spring, they travel back north so that they can start over all again on the milkweed leaves. So when they get back to the milkweed plants, what do you think they do? How did the book start?
They eat it with their legs.
They do, but then what do they do? How did the book start? What did it start with?
They lay eggs.
Yes, they lay eggs. They go all the way back to lay their eggs, okay? Now, here's our job. As the butterflies fly through the Outdoor Learning Center in Dallas, where we are going to catch them, and we're gonna put a sticker on each butterfly we catch. Now this is a teeny tiny sticker, and it has a special number on it, just for that butterfly. Here is why we do that. When the butterflies get to Mexico, there are scientists down there who study just butterflies, and they're gonna catch those butterflies, and they're gonna look at the number on there, and they're gonna type it in the computer. And guess what it's going to show them? Anybody want to take a guess? This is really hard. You want to take a guess?
Number one.
Well, right, it's going to show them a number, but what do you think that number is going to tell them? It's going to tell them...
Tell them about the butterfly?
Yes, it tells them about the butterfly, that it flew right through Merriman Park Outdoor Learning Center. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Okay, so that is, yes, it is pretty cool. So, we're going to do something called a butterfly dab. The butterfly dab. Now, when we see a butterfly, let's pretend that Miss Pinnell is a butterfly. If I see a butterfly, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go. And I'm going to wiggle my fingers and dab right over towards Miss Pinnell. Okay? I don't need to scream or yell or whatever because I'm so excited, even though inside you're going to be like, oh my gosh, there's a butterfly. But you just quietly do this. And that will allow me to know that I need to go get my butterfly net, and I will gently catch it, And I took a special class on how to hold it so we don't hurt its wings. And we'll put a sticker on it, and then we'll let it fly away again so it can go to Mexico. All right? So y'all's job is to make sure you constantly are looking for butterflies. All right? So we might be out here learning about something completely different, but if you see a butterfly, what do?
We do that.
That's very good.
You're chatty today.